Hello and welcome back. Today we're back out here where we tilled before, and I went ahead and rolled it once already too, so it kind of compacted it down a little bit, so it's kind of compacted down to the ground, but we got this nice open dirt now. And I've got these three different sets of seeds we're going to put down on here. This all comes from Deer Creek Wildlife out of Wisconsin. I really like the seeds they use, but they send me. It works out pretty well. That bag's already torn. I've used these before and they've worked out pretty well. I'm going to put three different things down all together. I'm going to just mix it all together. The main one here is this premium wild clovers. So these are all just different types of clovers you can see here. It's Alaskan clover, white clover, Lando clover, and white Dutch clover is what it says it is. And then I'm going to mix in this autumn buffet into it, and it's got some turnips in it, some rapeseed. It's got some more of the same clover that one's got in it as well. It's just more of a mix between brassica type things and clover. And then I've got this primetime brassica here that I'm going to also put out that's got radishes in it, some brassica plants, and some turnips. And so I'm going to mix all three of them together, put them in here, and we're going to put it on this whole plot that I tilled up. And after we get done putting those down, we will go back to the house and go back and get the side-by-side that's got the roller on it. And we will roll this again to kind of compact these seeds into the ground. And that should be enough to get them started. And then we should get rain later this week, and that will help it get growing, I hope so. And then we can hopefully get our deer stand built over there later this year. And this area will be looking pretty nice for deer season. All right, I'm going to dump these in here for now. I'm going to dump all these in here. I'm going to adjust this back a little bit. So we don't dump all the seeds out at one time. So here's the autumn buffet seeds. That's the clover, and then this is the brassica mix. It already had a hole torn in the bag. So that's all three of them there. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. When I buy these seeds from Deer Creek Wildlife, they come pre-inoculated, which you need to do for, I know at least the clover you got to pre-inoculate, otherwise it's not going to germinate and work. But I've really had really good success with those. So let's get this spread out here, and then we will go back to the house and get the roller, and we will roll it next. I'm only going to go like 4 or 5 miles an hour here as I spread these out. That seems to be doing the job at 3 to 4 miles an hour. I like using the ATV like this to do this because it's not as heavy as the side-by-side, obviously. And I've got a little bit more control and I can see what's going on back here while I'm doing it, so that helps out as well. Here's a big wet spot over here where I hit with the tractor. Make sure we're in four-wheel drive. Got stuck there when I wasn't in four-wheel drive. I think going 5 miles an hour is a good speed to get this all spread out. Going through it. pretty cool to see this when it all comes up. It's getting down there. Make one more loop down the middle here. Almost out of seed, so it's a good amount. I can see it on the ground, so it's good. Kind of go back and forth here. Kind of spread the rest of this out. And it's pretty much empty. There's not much left in there. You can see the seeds kind of in here. You can see all the seeds kind of sitting in there. All the different ones kind of spread out. See the blues and the reds, and so that's nice. It's all kind of spread out now. All we got to do is come back with the roller and roll it one more time to kind of press that into the ground. All right, we're back out here with the roller again. So we can go ahead and roll this now that we put that seed out here. So we'll roll this once over the whole thing, and then we will be done. And then we'll wait for rain, and I expect we'll have a pretty good food plot here growing pretty quickly. I sometimes wonder if I should like put the seeds out first, then roll it. But I've always decided to roll it first because I feel like if I don't, I'm going to push those seeds too far down, and I don't think they'll grow then. They only need to be like 1/4 of an inch, I think, on the ground. So that's why I always like to roll it first before I go and put the seeds out. I'm always afraid I'm going to push them too far down. So, all right, let's roll it real quick. I've gone through this process before. I think it was 2 years ago I did it, and it turned out pretty well. I think I've done it twice, actually. The first time I did it, I think it turned out better than the second time. I think the second time I did it, I didn't quite put as much clover out as I needed. I'll put some links to those up above. You guys can see what I did before. But this seems to work out pretty well when I do it this way. When I till it, and then I compact it down, and then I put the seeds out there, then I compact it down again. It just seems to make it work out pretty well, where the seeds get good contact with the ground, and it all seems to work out and germinate and grow. So it's also easier to plant those seeds with the ATV than it is with a side-by-side, because I can make sharper turns with that ATV than I can with this, so I can keep all the seeds in the spot here where I tilled up. When I'm in the side-by-side, I kind of have to make these wide turns and kind of go outside the area. So that's another good reason why I like to use the ATV to actually put the seeds out rather than this side-by-side when I'm doing it. I think we're going to make this one last loop here, and then we will be done. So that's how we plant our food plots, using this seed from Deer Creek Wildlife. I think in a couple of weeks this will look really nice, I think. Especially if we get a little bit of rain, which we're supposed to get this week, so we'll get rain on there. It'll cause all those seeds to germinate, and I think it'll start looking pretty nice. All right, that's all I got for today, guys. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you guys in the next one.